All right, it's the 25th of February. It's a Tuesday. It's 53 freaking degrees out here. Can you believe that? I probably don't even need my rug on today, but I'm going to keep it on because when the sun sets, it might just cool down. The sunset is at 6:31 today, and it's just before 6 o'clock. And I am coming out on my nightly. I was in the middle of starting supper, and then I realized what time it was, and I realized that I'd have to shut that down for a few and get my walk in. So we're doing that. Today's kind of been a lazy day for me, honestly. I haven't been outside except for right now. I've sat around, I've edited and rendered probably 5 or 6 videos. I had a lot of videos sitting on my hard drive waiting to be made, and that's what I did for the most part today. I worked a little bit on that portable black rock circle that I've been making, and I watched my favorite sumo stable. I watched some YouTube video on my favorite sumo stable over in Japan, and it made me want rice tonight. I mean, they were tearing up some rice, and I was sitting there watching them eat that, and I'm like, oh man, I want rice. So so we're having chicken, rice, and peas and carrots tonight. Does that look fantastic or what? I'm gonna get a picture. Hold on 1 minute. Yes. So anyway, by the position of the sun, I can tell that there's about 15 minutes left until sunset, and I'm here a little bit earlier than I have been in the last couple days, which is okay because I will still be somewhere on my nightly ritual when the sun sets, so that's fantastic. So for those of you that watch the Mystic Order of the Sacred Circles YouTube channel and are acquainted with our Facebook group, I have been talking on the Facebook group, keeping people up to date with the certificates for being an ordained priest or priestess recognized by the Mystic Order of the Sacred Circle, which is a legitimate quote-unquote church, religious organization, I like to say, and is recognized by the accepted law. So I have had several people talking to me about becoming ordained and becoming a priest or priestess. Now, from a personal perspective, I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong, I'm just saying from a personal perspective, I believe that many of them are sincere about truly becoming an active, true pagan priest or priestess. Now, on the same note, I am sure, just as sure as I am with the other aspect, I'm sure that there are a few who are simply desiring a legal way to manipulate and take advantage of any benefits or acknowledgments that come from being a priest or priestess in a pagan religion or in religion in general. to be a minister or a reverend or whatever you decide to call yourself. There are tax implications on that, and I do believe that some people are seeking those, as well as just wanting the personal self-gratification and acknowledgement that they are a priest or priestess. I'm sure there's a few like that too. As saying such, one moment I need to begin my ritual, and I'll get right back with you. Before I do that, though, I think I better finish my thought because I've already kind of lost track of where I was going. But I know that there are a few who are just seeking acknowledgement and self-gratification with it. And I'm not going to say that's a bad thing or a wrong thing because, well, for one reason, I don't believe that the word bad and wrong really apply to anything in reality, but that's beside the point. If that's what they're seeking, that's what they're seeking. In doing this, I have created a process to gain first degree. I originally had first degree dedication and first degree priest, priestess within the mystic order of the sacred circle, but it requires, let's just say it requires, and whatever, it requires dedications, not only from yourself, but materially, but spiritually and mentally. There's a lot of dedication involved. There's a lot of things that need to be done. So, plus, I know there are some people who want this to be ordained, but they don't want to be directly involved with an organization. They want to be themselves, solitary or whatever, which is fantastic because I've spent most of my life as a solitary myself, so I get that. But I know that there were a few people that were upset and disappointed when I released the requirements to be a first degree dedicate and become ordained. So I know for a fact that there were people upset because they told me they were. And then I said, okay, well, let me think about it and figure out what I can do. All right. So what I did was I thought about it. I researched it. I did what I could to not compromise myself or my order, my beliefs, or anything else. I was not going to compromise that, but I did feel like there should be something else for those who did not want that. And in my research, there are plenty of groups and organizations, kind-hearted and serious organizations who ordain people without any requirements and without any expectations of them becoming part of their group. All right? There are plenty, over a myriad of religions. There are those organizations that do that. So I was thinking, could I do that and still not jeopardize my integrity and my dedication and the order's integrity and dedication to what I feel should be at least minimum requirements to gain and to be ordained into the mystic order of the sacred circle. And I came to the conclusion that could occur. So I created the 0 degree ordainment, which is nothing more than the order's recognition that by the sheer existence of yourself, you are a priest or priestess within your own right. I personally believe that we are all priests and priestess of our own belief systems, regardless of what it is. We are that connection to deity because we are deity. Deity is within us. So we are all priests and priestess. That's just my personal view. And in believing that, in knowing that, I felt that this 0 degree ordainment is just the Mystic Order of the Sacred Circle's official recognition of that process, of you being a priest or priestess just by your pure existence. So in that respect, we can ordain you, which is just our acknowledgement of that, and you don't have to go through a massive process of study, of training, dedicating yourself or initiating yourself within a specific order, being us particular, but any order. So that's how the 0 degree became. I started with that one in particular because for 2 reasons mainly. One is that it's going to take somebody at least a year to get first degree if they follow the process, or longer. It doesn't have to be a year, but it's going to be at least a year for the most part. So those degrees, the first degree on, is going to take a while for somebody, and that doesn't have to be done right now. The 0 degree does not require anything other than the request, and that's basically it. So that one needs to be done sooner, because I'm pretty sure that one is really what several people are really looking for in the first place. So that is in the process. It's not complete yet, but it is in the process, and hopefully that'll be done soon. Now, if you have not joined the Mystic Order of the Sacred Circle's Facebook group, I ask that you do that. And if you have not subscribed to the Mystic Order of the Sacred Circle's YouTube channel, again, I ask that you do that. Thank you guys for watching. Blessings to all, and remember, you are not the wave. You are the ocean. All right, so just real quick. Oh man, it was super freaking muddy. I had a hard time because I kept getting stuck in the mud trying to do my cleansing and protection, but I got it done. But that was difficult today. It got really muddy there today. All right, so last night I didn't want to go on the extended extra mile because of how muddy it was. It's still muddy, but because I didn't do it last night, I just feel like I want to tonight, so I'm going to brave it and see how muddy I get. All right, so let's see what we got here. Well, not horrible. It's wet, but it does tend to feel somewhat sturdy, so I think we'll be okay. Still have some, oh, that looks pretty cool. Still some ice down there. Not much. It's going away. Like I said, today is 53 degrees. Yesterday was like 32, 34, something like that. So, wonderful weather. Now the new moon, and of course dark moon. The dark moon first, of course, the night before. Then the new moon will be here. See, what is today? Today's Tuesday. In a couple days. So I will probably tonight, if not tomorrow, start working on getting prepped for my monthly dark moon ritual, to get that all set up. Make sure that I have my floating offering disc and everything set up. And again, I don't think, well, no, actually I think on this channel there is my nightly ritual. I do believe that I did post, I do believe I finally did post my nightly ritual with my cleansing and protection and my affirmations, along with somewhat of an invocation before I even walk into the woods, which I drew from a Druid group, the Reformed Druids of North America, which started in the early 60s, and they came up with a beautiful reading that they do at the beginning of each of their gatherings. And I have taken that concept and idea and done something very similar for myself. And part of that says that deity does not need or want sacrifices or offerings or any of that. They don't need it, nor do they want it. And I completely agree with that. But on a ceremonial aspect, and just purely a spiritual aspect for myself, I enjoy a representation of that to some degree. And that's what happens when I use my offering discs. So here we are. This is, I took a picture of this a couple nights ago, that when it was snowed over, and I did post it. Oh, I'm gonna fall on my, is this solid? It's not horrible. All right, so this is what it looks like without the snow. And the full moon and dark moon rituals are done right here. And the offerings are placed right there in the creek, in the crossroads of earth and water. And we would call that the bank. All right, so we will attempt to get up this muddy, slippery, there we go, that wasn't too bad. All right, so now we are headed back. I think I've had a, well, I don't think, I know I've had a wonderful nightly ritual here. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I may post too many of these, but it's something important to me. And even though the scenery is basically the same thing, I hope that generally the discussion is a little different each time. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and finish up my walk. And I'd like to tell everybody blessings, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you watch this. Yeah, I know I said I was done, but I'm starting to run into people again. So I was out here all winter long doing these nightly walks all winter long, and nobody. I hardly ever saw anybody. Now that the weather's starting to get better, I'm starting to see people starting to walk out here again. So it's looking like I will probably start encountering more people. So I don't know, I kind of enjoyed being out here all by myself, really. I did.